Welcome to Shelter Cinema at Arlington High School, the movie review show where we review movies your parents probably have a tote in the garage. Today we'll be reviewing Stand By Me, released in 1986, directed by Rob Reiner. I'm Greyson, and I'm joined by my co-host today, Kayleigh Sullivan.
Stand By Me is a coming-of-age film about four young friends who embark on a journey to find the body of a missing boy. Through their adventure, they confront personal fears and the harsh realities of growing up. The movie highlights themes of friendship, courage, and the loss of innocence.
This film has themes of friendship and loss of innocence, but it also deals with heavy themes of grief and moving on. The boys making this harrowing journey to adulthood, and then the body signifies the end of their journey in the exact moment that they become men. This is conveyed when our main character, Gordy, finally finds the bravery to stand up for himself and his friends against the neighborhood bully Ace. Throughout the movie, we see Gordy compare himself to his brother and show the complicated emotions towards his death. Their journey to find the body also provides Gordy with closure for himself with his brother's death and helps him to become confident in himself. With the help of his friends Chris, at the very end, the writer states, "I never had any friends later on in life like the ones I had when I was 12. This line suggests that friendship changes with life, and the meaning of friendship changes along the way.
One notable element in Stand By Me is its use of music to enhance the emotional depth of the narrative. The film features a soundtrack filled with classic 50s and 60s rock and roll songs such as Stand By Me by Ben E. King, which made an obvious appearance, which not only sets the period but also underscores the themes of friendship and loyalty. For instance, during the scene where the boys walk along the train tracks, the music creates a nostalgic feel for the viewer that really reflects on their journey in personal growth, and this precisely selected soundtrack helps the film evoke an era and deepen the viewer's connection to the characters and their experiences.
So, I sincerely enjoyed Stand By Me a lot. This is a film I've been meaning to watch for years, and now I'm kicking myself because I didn't watch it sooner. Rob Reiner crafts an amazing coming-of-age film that leaves you feeling strong mixed emotions afterwards. It's a movie that makes you feel nostalgic and gives a warm sense of familiarity. This movie has something for everyone, with tense scenes that keeps you engaged, as well as beautiful cinematography. My only complaint is that sometimes I feel like the acting is a little bit cringy or exaggerated. However, it's something you can very easily overlook and can just be attributed to the younger age of the actors, who do fairly well for their age. And I give this film a big thumbs up.
So, I like this film too. I'd give it a big thumbs up as well, but what parts of the movie do you think just really stood out to you?
Really stood out to me? Like, in what way?
Like, emotionally, when you kind of relate it to yourself and your own childhood.
Man, what really stands out to me is the parts where Gordy specifically is talking about his brother and his brother's passing. Those are really strong moments in the film, where especially for children, being able to convey these strong emotions are very hard, and
almost
the way that they
adult emotion too.
Yeah, it's a very adult emotion, but the way that they convey it is the same way that a kid would convey it in a way. But it's still it's very strong.
Do you think they handled it maturely, especially for how young they were?
I think they very much handled it very well, and like I said, my only complaint was the acting sometimes, but that more came from the bullies.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like over-exaggerated teen
But I feel
movies.
like bully acting in a lot of those older movies, it's very exaggerated. The overuse of the word punk or anything like that. Give me your lunch money. But I mean, what did you think about the fact that they went to go find a dead body? During this time, that's what these kids wanted to do for fun, was go look at a dead body.
Being fully honest with you, if my 5th grade friendship group came up to me and was like, "Do you guys want to make a day-long trip to go hike and find a dead body?" I'd probably end up going.
Really?
Yeah, I would probably do that. That sounds like something I'd get into. I got into a
Really?
lot of stuff as a kid, yeah. And that sounds like something I'd end up doing.
Do you think that the morals of the movie stood out to you at all?
I
when
think
it
it
comes
very
to almost
much-
brotherhood in a
Yes,
sense?
and I think that's a very powerful message of the movie, and I think that's what makes the movie so timeless, is that these messages of brotherhood and friendship and evolving and becoming men, that's something that isn't just stuck to a certain time period. That's something that's timeless, you know?
What did you think about the movie kind of explaining what really happened to them in life after it was all over?
Well, spoiler alert, one of the kids ends up passing away later in life, despite being successful. I felt like that was a bit
Just a little much.
It just feels like a little much, it's just
you could have just
a smack in
rolled the
face.
credits at that point. Yeah,
But yeah.
I understand what you're saying. So thank y'all for joining us today on Storm Shelter Cinema. We reviewed Stand By Me, released in 1986, directed by Bob Reiner. I'm Kayleigh Sullivan, and I did like the film. And my co-host... That's where you gave your opinion, I thought.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. We'll see you next time at the movies.